Okay, let's see. More stories. I've been in the club for a while. I kind of have in my own mind that it's time to get out of this business because of certain incidents, which is what some of the other stories. I'm thinking what to do next or what's my options. And now I'm actually taking care of a lot of athletes, baseball players that are playing. And one of my best friends was a coach for the Yokohama team, so he would introduce me to the new foreign players that came over, and I'd help them out, take their families to the beach when needed, or have one of my staff fix a computer, whatever. And they would call me whenever they need anything, and it was fun because in the daytime I'm helping out these athletes and taking care of them, and I'm like their personal go-to guy. Even like artists would come over, and I'd get phone calls. Hey, can you help out this? There was some famous reggae group from Britain or something that one of like Bob Marley's friends from Britain or something. I helped him out with some stuff. I mean, I'm meeting a lot more celebrities. I'm taking care of more. I've got a club, so I said everybody wants to be your friend. I remember. So in Japan, they have a lot of agencies for foreigners, like foreign-based agencies where you can go in and you just sign up. I mean, you can sign up. It's like a talent agency, but you're not exclusive to just one unless you do something big and then they make you exclusive. But usually you can sign up for like 15 different agencies, and they're all based around foreigners, Russian, German, American, British, any blonde hair, blue eyes, Latin, anything like that. Because when these Japanese TV shows do certain programs, they want the foreign, element. They want to make a commercial. They want to reenact something. Reenactment was extremely popular. I don't know if it is. I don't watch Japanese TV. It's not my thing. But reenactments, like they would reenact how a plane crashed, or they would reenact how this guy got attacked by a bear in the woods, and they need the foreigners to fill in the parts and stuff. So a lot of foreigners over here get a lot of good work. One of my good friends, he went in for an audition, and now he's been the face of a cell phone company for I don't know 10, 15 years, forever. And he was one of the lucky ones. He had talent, and they recognized it. But usually it's just extras and stuff. And I did it for a while, and I did it actually from the first time I got here. I just didn't like. I enjoyed being behind the camera more because I started getting into that work later. But so they call you in, and you register with all these agencies. They'll call you in, and you know you do the little audition. If you get it, then it's not like the States where you're going to get money off of all this stuff. You just get paid $200-300. They're going to pay you for doing the job, and that's it. And then you just do another job. Well, a lot of English teachers over here, they focus on this a lot, and they get really like they think they're Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt actors and stuff. So I had a call, and this was actually later towards the end of my clubbing career. I had a call for an audition. It was for Battle Royal 3. I don't know if you guys know the movie Battle Royal. It's Beat Takeshi. So they were going to do a Battle Royal 3, and he needed an American soldier. And because I was actually ex-military, I was a weapons guy, so I knew guns. Uh, a director called me, and he was like, "Hey, Bachi, I met him at the club, maybe through somebody or something." He's like, "There's an audition for this movie. If you're interested, please come and do it." And at the time, I wasn't with an agency, and I'll explain that later why I wasn't with any agencies because I kind of backed out of them. But I was like, "Yeah, sure. What do I need to bring?" He's like, "Just bring anything. If you got any pictures from the military or anything like that, definitely. Just I think you'd be perfect." I did have long hair at the time, so I was like, "Yeah, sure. When is it? Where is it?" So he gave me the information. So I go there and I walk in, and there's like any audition, 10 people of the same look, blonde hair, blue eyes, or tall, muscular, skinny, just different people. So all the little agencies sent their people over. That I guess because the producers, directors sent out what type of person they're looking for, an American, blonde hair, blue eyes, or whatever. And so I'm in there, and these guys are just bragging to each other about their careers and what they've done. I mean, it's like a pissing contest, and I was just in the corner. I was playing my PSP, maybe. I was just playing games. I didn't care. I was there, and this guy sits down next to me, and I actually seen him a lot on TV, like after that. But anyway, it's funny. So this guy sits down next to me, and he's like, "So, I've never seen you at these auditions before. You knew?" I was like, "Yeah, I've not really done it." He's like, So how long you been in Japan? I was like, yeah, just not that long. Just, still learning the ropes. You speak Japanese? I was like, nah, a little. I mean, I can almost order a cheeseburger, I guess. So he's like, well, this audition, you need to speak Japanese. This is for a movie. This is serious. If you don't speak the language, you're pretty much out anyway. I don't really. I hate to see you waste your time. And I'm just like, what? Really? Okay. I'm looking at him like, and he's like acting like he's helping me because he's giving me these, this wasting your time. You're gonna sit here and and I don't want to embarrass you. And I was like, well, oh, I was asked to be here. Who's your agency? I was like, yeah, I don't remember. I just got the phone call, and they just told me to come, so I don't want to get them in trouble, so I'll just stick it out. And he's like, oh yeah, I understand that. That's cool. That's cool. But I feel sorry that it's going to embarrass you. And I was like, okay. So he's like, where's your portfolio? You need a portfolio? And he's like, no, I don't have any portfolio. And he's opening his book. He's like, I was in Ultraman. I was the guy wearing the mask here. I was in Godzilla. I was the guy, running through the street. And then you come on, you're an extra running around. And I was just like, oh wow, oh wow. So and then he's telling everybody, oh, this guy, he don't speak Japanese. He's just here. He don't even have a portfolio, but be nice to him. And really just throwing me under the bus the entire time. And I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, this mother, just like enough already. But got my game. I don't care. So they start calling people in for the audition. And, they go into 2x2s, pairs. And because he was sitting next to me, we were, the third or fourth pair. So everybody goes in, comes out, goes in, comes out, goes in, comes out. So we go in. Now, Beat Takeshi isn't there. They've got a camera set up like you right now, like this. And they're going to send him the videos to show him because he wasn't feeling well. And so there's the casting people, there's the producer, maybe the director, and then my friend was there too, the guy I knew. So we walk in, and my best friend, the guy that's helping me, he's like, oh, hello everybody, yeah, I'm so and so, here's my stuff, and then he just starts talking. I mean, he doesn't even give him a chance to be like, what's your name? He's like, oh, this is my friend, and he didn't even know my name. He's like, this is my friend. He doesn't speak much Japanese. He doesn't, this isn't his thing, but he's dedicated. So please give him a chance. Really? You just threw me under the bus like that. And so the guy I know, he's looking at him like, really? You don't speak Japanese? We talk all the time in Japanese. So anyway, so I sit down on the little chair and I let this guy go first. So they give him like a fake M14 or something, some old gun, bolt action type thing. So he does the thing like, freeze, put your hands up, put your, get down on the ground, whatever the role is, whatever the line is. And, big guy, he's a tall guy. So I don't remember how tall he was, but he awkwardly tall. I mean, there would be no military soldier at his height unless they were some super special forces basketball player or something. Anyway, so he does his reading, he does everything. He's like, thank you. All right, this is, remember, he's only here, he's trying, so just give him a break. He just keeps throwing out that I don't speak Japanese, and this is my first time, and this isn't, making sure they know. So he sits down, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. So I get up, and my friend was like, Bachi, thanks for coming. I'm so sorry to call you short notice. I was like, you know what? Don't worry. Now remember, this is all in Japanese. I was like, don't even worry about it. He's like, did you bring any pictures or anything? I said, yeah, actually, here's my military. Here's me with shooting guns. Here's me, in the Gulf, on watch duty. Here's me. And I just have all these pictures that I took over my military, career. Big M60s and 50 cals and at the range shooting, qualifying people, teaching classes, courses on, shooting and stuff like that. And these guys are looking at these pictures like, oh my God, is this a real gun? I said, yeah, it's a real gun. That's the 50 cal. It gets 7,000 yards, but accuracy is around 3,000, 3,200, whatever the numbers were. I don't even remember anymore. I'm selling it. I'm every bit of knowledge that I got in the last 3-4 years in the military, I put it out on the table. So they're like, well, okay. So can you do the line for us? I'm like, yeah, of course. Okay, so am I in a I forget what the word is. It's like a level of like a threat level. It's like a threat level. What threat level am I in right now? I'm at threat level 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I'm just there like, well, what does that mean? I was like, well, threat level 1 would mean I'm prepared to shoot to kill. And I'm authorized deadly force. Threat level, and I just want to, like I said, I don't remember the whole numbers now because it's been, I don't know, 15, 20 years since I was in the military. So, but there is like a thing, authorized deadly force type thing. So they're like, oh wow. I said, well, so what is the situation? So and they're like, well, what would change the difference? I said, well, it would tell me if I'm going to have the gun on safety or not on safety. It's going to tell if my finger's going to be on the trigger or not on the trigger, things like that. And they're like, oh wow, we didn't even know that. So I'm just, and this is all in Japanese. So they were like, okay, well, this guy's escaped, and you're trying to, you're going to kill him, or you're going to bring him back to the camp. So I was like, okay, so we'll say that's level 3, and blah blah blah. So I go on, I tell him get down on the ground, and how we do stuff like the military. It's like put your thumbs together, put your hand behind your back, put your thumbs, and you grab the thumbs. That way, so you have hold of two thumbs. Or put your legs up, cross them. Don't just put your leg, lay down flat on the ground. You cross your legs, put them up. So I kneel down on these. And this is just an extra guy that they bring in. So I made him put his legs up. I grab his thumbs, and then I have the gun on him, and I'm calling in. So I made it look like I was a close quarter combat survival instructor. I put it all on the table. So when it's done, I give him the gun back, and my friend, the guy I knew, he was like, amazing, great job. And the producers was like, so we have one question for you. Would you be able to cut your hair? Because I had long hair. I was like, yeah, I mean, I have no problem cutting the hair. They said, would you be able to go to Okinawa for 6 months and shoot this movie or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, if you give me time and stuff, because at the time I was going to get out of the club life anyway. So they're like, Bachi, thank you, and they take my information. They're getting like on my emails and stuff. So this guy, after it's done, I turn around, and he's sitting behind me the whole time on this chair, and his jaw is just to the ground. He's just like, and I was like, are you ready? Thanks for the help though, for looking out for me. And he was like, mother, son of a, and he gets up and walks out. He goes out in the lobby where everybody's sitting down. He was like, son of a mother, this guy's a freaking Navy SEAL. He speaks perfect Japanese. And he's just yelling this shit and kicking over a chair and stuff. Made me look like an idiot and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, I didn't make you look like an idiot. I didn't do anything. You assumed I didn't speak Japanese. I told you I spoke Japanese. I just didn't tell you how much. You assumed that I didn't know anything. You didn't ask me any questions. You were just telling me if I had a portfolio. I said, you made yourself look like an idiot. And these guys just started laughing. I was like, yeah, I was in the military. Yes, I worked with guns. Yes, I do speak Japanese. I said I could order a cheeseburger, and I didn't lie. So this guy was mad, and we went out. And I did get a call back maybe a month or two later. I think it was me, one other guy, or two other guys. The only problem was Beat Takeshi was sick at the time, and they postponed everything. I think he had just got diagnosed with cancer, maybe. So they put everything on hold. But the story comes back later, and that's kind of, we'll talk about that when that one comes back. But the movie never went forward, just so you know. The movie never went forward. It never went. It was put on hold and never, temporary hold, and never, unless they made the movie in the last few years. I don't know. I never, after that, I didn't care. So that's my almost 5 minutes of fame. All right. I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later.